Welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by the sheer volume of AI tools, courses, and certifications just flooding your feed right now, you are definitely not alone. It literally feels like there's a new must-learn framework dropping every single day. So our goal today is simple. We're going to cut right through all that noise. We're giving you a crystal clear roadmap to navigate the 2026 AI education landscape so you can figure out exactly what you actually need to learn and how to get there without wasting your time.
And to really understand why this is absolutely crucial right now, get this. 35% of enterprise leaders say that internal AI skill gaps are the #1 barrier holding their companies back. Think about that. It's not a lack of technology, it's a lack of people who actually know how to use it. And honestly, that gap is your massive opportunity. So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the AI skill gap. Then, the crucial difference between using AI versus building it. After that, we'll dive into the top courses for using AI, the top courses for building it, the real value of certification, and finally, your roadmap to mastery. Let's get right into it. Starting with part 1, the AI skill gap, and why AI literacy is flat out mandatory in 2026. Here's a question we really need to ask ourselves right up front. Will AI take your job, or will you use it to get a promotion? Because those are the stakes. AI isn't just some optional tech buzzword anymore. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's a tool that literally every single knowledge worker can use to work better and faster. If we don't learn to leverage it, we risk getting outpaced by someone who does. The payoff here is quite literally your future career trajectory. Moving on to part 2. Using AI versus building AI. It's time to choose your path. This is super important because choosing the wrong learning track here can cost you months of wasted time. You're basically facing a giant fork in the road. On one side, you have using AI. This is all about applying tools to your daily tasks, stuff like writing, planning, summarizing, and you do it without touching a single line of code. It's just about getting the absolute best results from existing models. But then on the other side, we have building AI. This is the heavy-duty stuff. It requires coding. You're engineering the systems underneath, using Python and APIs, designing RAG pipelines, and deploying actual applications. These two skill sets don't really overlap much, so you kind of have to pick your lane. Let's explore that first lane in part 3, top courses and tools for using AI, where absolutely no code is required. If you're looking for a totally free, low-commitment way to get some hands-on practice with prompting, DataQuest has an AI chatbots course that only takes about 3 hours. It's super interactive. Now, if you want something tailored for practical workplace scenarios, Google's AI Essentials is fantastic, and that one clocks in around 6 hours. And if you really want to grasp the conceptual foundations of AI and how it's impacting society, Andrew Ng's AI for Everyone over at deeplearning.ai is basically the gold standard. But hey, courses are only half the battle, right? You got to apply this stuff every day. And there's some incredibly practical tools out there you can fire up right now. Fathom, for example, will record your meetings and just instantly generate your action items. Gamma can take your messy notes and literally turn them into a stunning presentation deck. Lovable lets you build simple web apps just by typing text prompts. No way, right? Then there's Notebook LM, which is basically like having a private tutor that only answers questions based on documents you give it. Oh, and Synthesia lets you create full professional business videos with AI avatars just from a script. It's a total game changer for speeding up your daily output. I mean, we've all been there. You ask a chatbot a question, stare at the screen, and just wonder, is this actually helpful, or is this AI just confidently making things up? It is so frustrating when it feels like you're just guessing with these things. Well, the courses and tools we just talked about, they teach you how to actually take control of the AI rather than letting it control you. All right, let's switch gears for part 4, top courses for building AI, engineering the future. Now, before we jump into the courses, we got to define a term that gets thrown around all the time. MLOps, Machine Learning Operations. Basically, it's the operational practice that separates a cute one-off demo running on your laptop from a heavy-duty production system. We're talking deployment, monitoring, testing, the whole shebang. Because building AI isn't just about creating a model, it's about keeping it alive, secure, and healthy in the real world when actual users interact with it. So for all you engineers and developers out there, here's your breakdown. Aspiring AI engineers, you'll want to check out the DataQuest AI Engineer Path. It's a massive 10-month commitment, but it is heavily focused on project-first learning. If you're a self-taught developer looking to master open-source tools and fine-tuning, the free Hugging Face LLM course is absolutely incredible. And if your focus is strictly on that operational side we just mentioned, Keeping the systems running smoothly, the ML Ops Zoom Camp is exactly what you need to learn how to ship to production safely.
The thing is, when it comes to building AI, expert advice almost always points to one golden rule. You have to prove you can actually build. Hiring managers care way more about a rich portfolio of working projects on GitHub than a stack of course certificates. There's a Udemy course called Master LLM Engineering that nails this. It explicitly has you build 14 complete projects, giving you a totally interview-ready portfolio right from day one.
Okay, part 5, the value of certification, specifically looking at the Microsoft AI 900. Because let's be real, there is a very tangible payoff to putting in all this effort. Graduates who land the Azure AI Fundamentals, that's the AI 900 cert, typically see a 10 to 15% salary bump. Business analysts and junior data analysts are looking at up to a 15% increase, and AI support specialists are seeing around 12%. Companies are actively seeking out and heavily rewarding this validated skill set.
And it's not just about the bump in your salary, it's about the massive efficiency you end up bringing to the table. For instance, one leading bank saw a 40% reduction in manual compliance review time thanks to these exact skills. Other organizations are reporting up to 30% operational cost reductions just by streamlining business process automation. Knowing these fundamentals drives actual, measurable, real-world results.
Which brings us to our final section, Part 6, Your Roadmap to Mastery. 5 Steps to AI 900 Certification.
All right, here's your battle plan. Step 1, start by assessing your baseline knowledge and setting a clear goal date. Step 2, enroll in the course, and definitely take advantage of those free virtual training days out there. Step 3 is where the magic happens. Engage deeply with the material, and absolutely crucial here, do the hands-on Azure practice labs. Step 4, take practice exams to figure out your weak spots. And finally, Step 5, schedule and crush that 60-minute test. Seriously, the secret sauce here is those practice labs and mock exams. That's how you prep for those tricky scenario-based questions.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer. But I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. The tools are here. The courses are largely free. The roadmap is laid out right in front of you. The only thing standing between you and mastering AI right now is taking that very first step. So stop comparing courses, stop worrying about the skill gap, and just start learning. What will you build today?